Hello and welcome to WebChart MD. Today we're going to take a look at the settings area in an Office Manager account. So first thing we're going to want to do is log in. Once we're logged in, we're going to go to Settings at the top right hand corner. And then we're going to see our two main folders, My Settings and Account Settings, at the top left. If you click on My Settings, then that's going to expand that area so that you can see the subfolders. Those are going to be Change Password, Fax Log, Address Book, and Fax Cover Sheet. If you click Change Password, you can see this is where you have the ability to change your password at any given time. So you would just enter your current password and then the new password you want to use. There's some, the password must contain at least 8 characters in length and have an uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and a number. But that's how you can say change your password at any time. If you click Fax Log here on the left-hand side, you can see all of the faxes that have been sent from your account. Also take note, on the toolbar at the top, you have a failed fax link, which will show you any faxes that have failed. You also have a resend selected and an export failures for the month. So this will export an Excel sheet for you that's going to give you a list of the failed faxes for a given month. If you need to resend a fax, you're simply going to click the row, come up and click Resend Selected, and then you'll be given this window to resend the document to that fax number. You can edit the fax number if needed. I'm just going to click Cancel here. If we click Address Book here on the left-hand side, we're going to see the address book that has been created for our facility. You can search by entering the name in the search field and just clicking Search. Then it's going to give you anything that meets those criteria. To add a practice, you would just put Smith's and then click Save. And then that's going to be saved into our address book right there. If we click Fax Cover Sheet, that's going to open a Word document, and you can put your header or your fax cover sheet on this document, and then close the document, and that will be saved as your fax cover sheet. Okay, if we go to our account settings, we can see we have subsettings of users, associations, and dictators. So if we click users, this is where you're going to add any new users for the facility. So I'll go ahead and add one just quickly here. So I'm going to say new. We're going to enter the email address, the first name, last name of the user. Then we will select their time zone, and we want to give them a role. So this time I'm going to say that this is an office staff, and then I'm going to give the permissions that I want them to have. So I'm going to give them all permissions under the access. That's going to let them have view to all of the pending, rejected, inbox, final, as well as open those documents and play them. For the actions, I'm not going to give them edit permission, but I'll give them fax, upload, and print, and then just save that. Now, when you add any user to the system, an automated welcome email will go to the email that you listed, and that's how the user is going to set up their username and password. So we've added this provider. We're going to come down to associations. I'm sorry, that was an office staff, not a provider. But we're going to come down to associations here, and we're going to make sure that that office staff can see all of the providers. So I'm going to sort these and select John Rogers, and we can see that he has no associations with any of the providers on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click Hampton Radiology. That's going to select all of those providers. That way, John Rogers can see all of these providers in the folders view. And I'm going to say Save Associations. Anytime you add a new provider, you'll want to come back in and add, just for like Jessica Ramirez, she does not have association to these 4 providers, which is okay if you don't want her to see those folders. But if you do, you'll just come back in holding your control key down and selecting those providers and click Save Associations. Now, any dictators that you have added to your account are going to show up in the dictators pane. And if you select a provider here, you can see that there is some information that you can fill out. If they use the phone passcode, this is where you'll enter their ID and passcode. If you do use this feature, just contact us and we'll walk you through how to do that. And we also have another video for that. This is also the area where you can set your auto fax trigger, and your interface trigger if you have one. Again, these areas need further explanation. So if you need us to assist you in setting these or walking through it, please just give us a call or drop us an email. So those are the settings area for your Office Manager account. Again, to go over them, for your My settings, you have change password, fax log, address book, and your fax cover sheet. Under your account settings, you have your users area where you have the ability to add all your users, the association, which gives office staff and managers the view of the providers, and then your dictators area. After you're finished, you'll just come up to the top right hand side and click log out. If you have any questions or need further assistance, you can give us a call at 1-877-386-6677 option 2, or via email at support@webchartmd.com. Thank you.